Shalom, shalom. As always, I'm going to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah Kodash, as well as the double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth under. And a sincere shalom to the rest of the elders in Akim around the globe, bringing this word out within sincerity, truth, and diligence. This video being titled Jeremiah 4, verse 30 through 31, part 2, because I did a part 1 a couple months ago, and here we go again. And as you see on the screen, woman shot and killed by ex at apartment complex, and it looks like this was down in Baltimore County. But yesterday morning, the beloved brother in our chat that I subscribed to his channel, SOYWY Yamana, he put up a video, and you can see it right here on this website, that of this woman getting deleted by Jake, and this is what she looked like. And this is really through the spirit. This really hits me through the spirit, because I came into this truth because a lot of these wicked, evil, cantankerous women, that's what led me to finding out about this truth. And another reason is, before I came into this truth, I always used to scream like this feminism shit is fucked up, and pretty soon the jungle gonna turn on these bitches. I always used to tell the women in my family, the jungle sooner or later is gonna turn on these bitches, and we slowly seen it happen. And when there's no police, that's the end of the so-called black woman's ass. It's gonna be a lot of tumbleweaves out here in the street. So just a quick picture, you can see the video starts off, dude right here, you got a little do-rag, and she's running from him in the parking lot, and she's saying, I got a restraining order on him, and he's like, call the police. And that's what I said in the chat. Basically, Jake in that called a bitch ass police spirit. Jake don't give a fuck about the police no more. Jail time, death, there's you not gonna scare Jake anymore. Jake done been too far oppressed. Here it is, the so-called black man gotta fight the whole world, and then his chief biggest enemy at the end of the day is his own woman. Gotta put up with constant disrespect, the cheating, the deceitfulness, the child support. It goes on and on and on. And these men out here is getting fed up with the bullshit, and she got clapped out. I'm not even gonna show the next picture, but it shows him aiming that tool right at her and letting off shots as this is being recorded the whole time. Jake don't give a fuck. So let's get to it. Jeremiah 4 verse 30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. And that's what happened to this Eve. The men are despising you bitches for all the oppression and the feminism and all the generations of bullshit. I don't need no man, and the cheating, and that this degenerate whore music where it's basically just talking about finessing and getting over men, and the social media, men getting tired of that. They despise you bitches. Let me say that again. In vain shalt thou make thyself fair, thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. Verse 31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of the daughter of Zion that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of murderers. And if we seen a lot of these men in that spirit of I don't give a fuck, call the police, well, what's gonna happen when there's no police? These Keishas is gonna be target A, B, and C out here. That right now, because the serpent got Jake shooting and killing each other, but a lot of that built up rage, that you gonna die tonight spirit, when I see you, it's on sight. It's gonna immediately get turned to you women when all hell breaks loose out into these streets. And let's continue on. The scriptures speak about this over and over, but it's crazy to actually see it. Micah 7 verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets, as the dirt, the mud, the shit of the streets. She gonna be trodden down. She's gonna be taken off her high horse and stomped out in the streets. Lamentations 4 verse 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. And this really goes back to this built up rage, all these decades of feminism. It shows you the level of oppression the Israelite man, but in specifically the Judite man, the so-called black man, has been putting up with for decades. And Judah is getting tired of this shit. Isaiah 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Talking about the so-called WHITE man, because he rules the world like a degenerate, bastard, evil little child. And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. And what happens, it speaks on that in Job. It says, man born of a woman is a few days, and it is cut down like a flower. So we've had decades and decades of these single mothers raising these men, raising these daughters, raising these children in these inner city hellholes. They weren't always inner city hellholes until you took when you took the fathers out the home and replaced it. Esau, the WHITE man, replaced the fathers with single mothers, guns, and drugs. This is what you get. And it's led a lot of our people, a lot of our men in specifically, to the graveyard, into jail. Isaiah 42 verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. So decades of sending these men done had to see they friends get killed in the streets, their friends get sent to prison, their fathers, their uncles, and so on and so on. Jake don't give a fuck about jail no more. That not putting no fear in a lot of these Jakes. Jake ain't afraid of the police. The scriptures also say death is better than a bitter life. When your own woman is your biggest enemy, that's a bitter life. Jake ain't even scared of death no more. And you seen that spirit. Back to this video. He, in the beginning, he said, call the police. And he popped her out. He took her ass right out. Continuing, Proverbs 6 verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And that's what happened to this Eve. These the scriptures speak that in Sirach, let me just get that, because I'm gonna close off on Sirach anyways. But basically, the woman, a wife, is a possession of the man. But these women, as the elder Malcolm likes to say, these women rode the carousel. Actually, let me get this. There we go. It's 36. I wrote 32. Slocky. But yeah, as the elder Malcolm always says, these women right now is riding the carousel, that cock carousel. You know, they got all these options, especially thanks to social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, OnlyFans. They have all these options, and they playing the harlot right now. But pretty soon, that carousel that they're having so much fun riding is gonna ride them. Okay, this is gonna be Sirach 36 verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. But pursuant to Micah 2 the second chapter, this is not our rest. And we can see that in the behavior of our women. Some of our biggest enemies are our own women. We don't have no pillar of rest. And these women is out fucking and doing you know what, like men out here. So pretty soon the balance is gonna come back onto them. They going you want to play the harlot, okay, you gonna get the judgment of a harlot. And let's close off on this. This is gonna be Sirach, the 39th chapter, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. There's that word vengeance again, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So when, oh, let me continue on actually. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And how this Eve got took out? She got took out with the modern day sword, the gun. Jake popped her ass, you know, and we gonna see a lot more and more of that. And the more in-dubs we see get judged out here in the streets is another continual sign that this place, the harlot Babylon the Great, is falling down, because this is a matriarchal hell. This is a queendom. So when you start seeing the women, Eve in particular, who made that, going back to the garden, made that pact with the serpent, when you start seeing her get popped and judged in mass, and ain't no police force, ain't no simp enforcement, ain't no security to come through and save her ass, that's how you know this place is through. But I hope this is edifying. Shalom.